Summer is finally here, and on a hot day like this with the sun relentlessly beating down, this is hardly an ideal day to go shooting cars. But as you see, I'm out. And the reason I'm out is because there is something even hotter waiting for me out there. A red hot sizzling sports car which is begging to be driven hard and fast. So time for me to get going. And things also get a little extra special when you find out that this is also a Porsche. In this case, the latest from Porsche India, the Cayman GTS, Gran Turismo Sport, which means a little more power and a lot more fun. So it's time to get in behind the wheels and check out what this Cayman GTS is all about.
Porsche India has been selling the Cayman for a while, but it is only recently that they have added the Cayman GTS to the range. The GTS of course offers more power and a few cosmetic changes to differentiate it from the regular Cayman.
The Cayman has always been a good-looking car in true Porsche tradition, and what differentiates this GTS from the regular model is a new front end and also some changes to the rear end as well. What you see now is a new nose with a new spoiler lip and also two large air intakes, polished in black of course. It gives a nice look to the front end and also very, and I must say very intelligent headlamps. These are smoked out by xenons. They actually swivel around depending on the steering angle to illuminate all the dark bends in the night and also dim when they see the oncoming traffic. Something that would come in very handy in a fast car like this. And in terms of dimensions, this GTS has not really changed much. It's identical to the basic Cayman except for the fact that it has grown about 30 millimeters in length. This 30mm increase in length has given this Cayman GTS a much more proportionate stance, and it sits on 20-inch alloys with low-profile tires, which gives it again a very sporty appearance. And as you move towards the back of the car, you can't miss this side air scoops, which of course tells you that this is a proper mid-engine car. And as you walk towards the rear of the car, you can't fail to notice this. The twin exhausts, and this is what impresses me the most about the rear end, because this screams out its intentions loud and clear that this is a very fast sports car. And I love the positioning of this right in the center with shiny chrome. Looks really impressive. Add to this a high gloss black finish diffuser and of course the smoked out tail lamps to complete the differentiation between the GTS and the regular Cayman here.
The Cayman, like most other Porsche cars, offers a mid-engine layout, which essentially makes it a two-seater. But then the advantage of the mid-engine is better weight distribution to improve the handling characteristics. And of course, the acoustics also improves in terms of what the driver hears every time he steps on the gas pedal.
The main difference between the GTS variant and the regular Cayman variant is the fact that the GTS variant pumps out a little more power. When you look at the spec sheet and you say that it's only 15 bhp more and 10 Newton meters of torque more, you might not be very impressed. But I can tell you that in a sports car, every bhp matters, and this is what makes the difference in the GTS. The GTS is of course much more fun to drive than the regular Cayman. It belts out 340 brake horsepower, gets to a top speed of just under 300 kilometers. 285 kilometers is the top speed on this Cayman GTS. It gets to the 0 to 100 kilometer in just 4.9 seconds, and if you do put it on the Sport Plus mode, it clips the timing by 0.3 seconds and gets to the 100 kilometer then in just 4.6 seconds. Okay, you might say it's still not in the supercar territory. Yeah, it is not, but then it's fast enough. And what makes it really drivable is the flexible chassis. This is one chassis which actually puts every bhp onto the wheels. It's very dynamic and it is very, very drivable. What you like about the Cayman is the instant flexibility of the car. You can not only go very fast, but you can change directions also very quickly. And it comes across as a very well sorted out, very well balanced package. The performance is of course not supercar league. It's not so maniacal, but it is very balanced, it's very refined, and this is what you like about the Cayman. It's so very drivable on an everyday basis. This is one car actually I feel is a very nice alternative to buying a hyper supercar. This is a car you can live with almost anywhere. You can drive it on the highways and you can get to any illegal speed limits in a matter of seconds. It's made it to a 7-speed gearbox, which of course gives you different options like economy and sport plus if you happen to find yourself on a racetrack. And the best thing about the Cayman, what I like, is that this is also a mid-engine car. The engine sits right behind you, which means that the weight distribution is much more even. And this ensures that the handling is really good. It sits on fat 235 tires, which ensures that during fast cornering, you have all the stability. And the steering is really well balanced. It gives you a lot of feedback, and at the same time, it's not hard. Another area where I really like the Cayman is that the ride is very sorted out. It's very well balanced. It doesn't compromise on the handling at all, but at the same time, it's not bone jarring. You don't get rattled every time you hit a pothole, and that's something really nice. When you're at the wheels of this Cayman, there is no mistaking the fact that you are at the wheels of a very nice, fast sports car. There's plenty of feedback coming from the steering, and you know exactly how fast you are going because you see the landscape vanishing very fast out of the window, and it's really a nice feeling. Overall, the Cayman here comes across as a very refined car. And if you are a driver who is keen to go fast and at the same time you're not willing to put up with all the idiosyncrasies of a supercar like hard steering, rattly feeling over the potholes, then this is the car which will really make you happy. If you step inside the Cayman GTS here, you're not going to be caught by surprise because you will find everything that you might have expected in a top-end sports car. Or if you have had previous experience with the Porsche brand, then you would find the layout very similar and all the gizmos here very, very familiar. But then this is not to say that the Cayman GTS is not well equipped. It has everything you might need, including hand-stitched leather here, a nice navigation system with a big display, a sound system with Bose speakers, and when you look inside the instrumentation cluster here, you find that the RPM meter is in red to add to the excitement and to remind you that you are driving a sports car. And what I really like about the instrumentation cluster here is the addition of the tire pressure monitoring system. Okay, that's nothing new, many cars have it, but what they tell you normally is that you are low on pressure on one of the wheels, but not in this car. In this car, you get the readout which tells you the exact pressure on all the individual wheels. And this is a nice addition.
The company also offers the additional Chrono Pack in the Cayman GTS to boost performance, and there is a high level of customization options available to make the car more to your liking. But obviously you will have to pay that much extra for it.
Within the Porsche family, the Cayman, or for that matter, the Cayman GTS here is sandwiched between the Boxster on one hand and the superhero of the family, the 911 on the other. And I can tell you honestly that I haven't seen too many cars which fit into a family so well and find a sweet spot for themselves. The Cayman, in fact, combines all the attributes of the brand Porsche so very well. She's good looking, has oodles of power coming from the mid-engine here, and of course, has all the luxuries that you expect from a top-end sports car. And the best part is, she doesn't cost as much as a 911 or any other supercar does. So if you're looking for a nice, fast sports car to drive on an everyday basis, this Cayman should be your choice. And I can tell you one more thing, if you do decide to take the Cayman to a racetrack on the weekend, you surely are not going to leave it red-faced.
In terms of pricing, what you will pay for the Cayman GTS is more than the regular Cayman, and what you get extra is the differentiated looks and also more power and torque, which is sure to make the drive more exciting. The Cayman GTS is priced at Rs 1.18 crores ex-showroom Delhi.